everyone, welcome or welcome back. Hope you're all doing amazing. We are back with yet again another thrift haul or charity shop haul, whatever you want to call it. I know I did one of these like fairly recently when I was in America, but I did in fact go charity shopping yesterday and I picked up way more than I thought I would, and I just had a good day, you know, like when you just occasionally get those rare days where you just seem to find quite a few good bits. So I just thought I'd show you guys and make a video. So when I went out yesterday, I had the intention of like kind of finding my like winter wardrobe. We've passed autumn now, especially in the UK. It is freezing this week, like genuinely like March weather or something. That was the intention. I feel like I always go with an intention and I never find specific vibe that I'm going for. I usually end up picking up stuff for summer and winter or vice versa, but I feel like I was kind of lucky this time. We've still got a little bit of a mix, but like I feel like majority I can wear in like autumn winter. Here's my Pinterest board that I kind of went with the inspiration from, and yeah, again, bit of a mix in here, but I was trying to focus on more like winter staples like jackets, scarves, boots if I could. So hopefully you get the vibe from that, and you have to keep watching to see if we actually manage to find anything remotely similar to these. So let's get into it. Just to stick with the like wintry theme, I thought we could start with jackets and like layers. So first one I'm going to show you is a little bit rogue for me. Very not something I would have picked up like a year ago, but these are quite trendy at the moment, and I just thought, if I don't vibe with it, I'm just going to sell it because I'm sure someone will love it, but we will see if I'm able to style it or not. I got this yellow Pico type thing. This kind of silhouette of jacket is very popular at the moment, and I feel like you always find this type of thing in charity shops, so if you are looking for this type of style, then I feel like you can get lucky usually. It's this kind of like mustardy yellow colour, but it's quite a nice material. It's from Papaya, which is a very like common, more like cheaper brand that you find in the charity shop, but the quality is still pretty good. I just love kind of like the big button detail and the rounded collar. As I said, I feel like styled right, this could be a vibe, but also styled wrong, it might not be. We'll see. I can actually imagine like a very blonde girl wearing this. Very much less wintry and more like spring and autumn. Potentially on like a bit of a warmer day, we could get somewhere.
All you wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat, just trying to get to the bag. We on the same page, you the same way. Only keep the fam around me, so let me know what it's gonna be. I don't plan on getting no sleep while we.
Next thing I got was actually a trench coat. Guys, I'm not really a trench coat girl. Never actually owned a trench coat. I know they look so good on so many people, but I just never thought that like they were for me. But I tried this one on because I was like, okay, again, like it's £5, like can't really go wrong. It's from Laura Ashley, which is a pretty good brand, and I thought like it was just a good basic staple trench coat, like the colour, the length, everything. So I tried it on and I was like, I don't know if I love this done up. I don't know if it was literally just that like I'm not used to wearing a trench coat and I just felt like it was a bit too much, like all done up and like fitted, but I did like it when it was like just hanging off me, and I thought if I ever need something slightly more like business casual jacket wise, maybe I should have a trench coat in my collection. This one's a little bit grubby, like it's got a couple stains on the back actually, but I thought maybe I could get them out. It has like an interesting buckle detail. It says it's a UK 10, so I feel like I do steer more towards size 10 now, which I used to be like an 8, but for like definitely jackets and stuff I can get away with 10s from charity shops. I think it's sometimes because like in the past I think sizing used to be a lot like smaller than it is now, so like I often am finding that I fit into size like 10, 12 in charity shop sizes because it's like all old stuff from when people were like really, really small.
Gon' last, baby. We ain't gon' last, baby. We ain't gon' last, baby. We ain't gon' last, baby. Your intuition has been telling you.
Okay, now I'm going to show you this one I'm so happy I found. Again, this is a size 12. I thought it would be way too big, but when I put it on it was just fine. So I feel like I'm not going to be able to show this very well without it done up. But it's basically just a plain black like coat jacket, but it's the most gorgeous silhouette. Like I can't even really show you on here because the things aren't done up. I love the flared cropped arms, like I feel like it just looks so bougie. And then the belt detail as well, like cinching you in at the waist, just looks so good. and then it's got one of these like kind of funnel necks, but it's also like almost too big to be a funnel neck, so it just kind of sits like just a really big collar. It's so chic, so chic. I love it. This is actually from Debenhams. Shout out Debenhams. And it was just what I was looking for. I don't know if I had something exactly similar on my Pinterest board, but this is what I went charity shopping hoping to find. As soon as I found this, I was just happy with my day. And if I wasn't already gassed enough with that black jacket, I then stumbled across this guy, and this was actually the last charity shop I went to, and it was kind of like getting dark outside, and my mum came with me because it's the one literally like across our road, which I never even knew was there, and like I'm just so happy that I now know that it's there because I'm going to be going like every week now. And it was really like decently priced as well. That coat that I just showed you, I think was £6, which is so good for charity shops these days. I mean, the other two that I showed you before, the £5 ones, that was from more of like a thrift shop, if you like that was the biggest one that I know of. So because they've got so much stuff, they usually just end up doing like rails where they're like all like £5, £4, £3. But that's pretty much the cheapest one I can go to. Other than that, if they're like little boutique-y ones, smaller ones, then they're going to be way more expensive. So £6 for that was very good. Then I found this, and I picked it out for my mum because I thought, again, it would be too big for me. But it wasn't. It is this insane, gorgeous, so 70s, like I'm obsessed, like fur suede coat, this gorgeous like embroidery on it as well. I first looked at it and thought like of my mum, because my mum like loves this kind of style of clothing, and it's very like what I remember her wearing when I was younger, like when I was literally like 4 or 5 years old, like in the early 2000s. I feel like I remember my mum and like her friends wearing this style of clothes. I actually don't know like what the style is called, it must have a name. And she tried it on, and then when I saw her try it on, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it on. Okay, maybe I actually would wear this. I feel like with these big furry like statement pieces, they can be a little bit scary because they're quite bold, but I'm just obsessed with this. I'm gonna feel like a lion walking around in this, but I'm okay with that, and I feel like it's gonna keep me so warm. And this, guys, this was £9.50. Like, again, so good for charity shops these days. This in like a curated thrift shop would probably be like 60 quid. That's all the jackets I got. This next one isn't a jacket, but it's a layer, so I just may as well show you after those. It's basically just a poncho, but it's this like khaki green, slightly brown poncho with the tassels at the bottom, very boho. I feel like, again, this one is more of like a spring, full kind of vibe. Actually, like, I've never tried to really style a poncho, and I definitely had this type of thing on my Pinterest board, and this brownie green colour is just one of my favourite colours ever. This one was £7, which is kind of, I suppose, more expensive for what it is, but this is one of my favourite things I got as well.
These is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick. Cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money.
Now we're gonna move on to the stuff that isn't so winter coded, but I guess you're never gonna go out in like just tops, are you? So I can still technically wear these in winter. Oh, actually, I'll show you this scarf I got. This is the only scarf I could find. I was really like hunting for scarves because I definitely had like scarves on my Pinterest board and like kind of just these like pops of colour with a very basic outfit. So I was on the hunt, but only found this one really, and kind of had to convince myself to get it. I think at first I was just a bit like, okay, that's a lot of colours, but I feel like paired with like a black plain outfit or something, I don't know why I'm putting it on now because I'm going to do a try on haul, with like a slick back or just like some nice like plain, just plain everything, and then this, I feel like could look very fun. And I love the blues going through it. I love the oranges, and I want to get a bit more colourful in general with my style. So I think this was £3. I thought, why not? It's proper wool, made in Scotland. So yeah. Now I'll show you this cardigan I got. This one, again, like wasn't like sold on, but I tried it on. I was like, okay, I would get that. It was £7, and then I noticed a little hole in it. So I asked the lady, I was like, I don't know if you know it had a hole in it, but would you do it for any cheaper? And she was like, I'll do it for £3. So I was like, okay, for £3 I would get it. You could wear this out in spring and get away with it, but I'd probably have to layer this if I did wear it in winter. It's from Mint Velvet, which is obviously a great brand, and it's got this little cinchy detail on the back. Loved the colour of this, and I thought this like layered textured bit at the front, it's kind of a bit boho, bit my vibe. The pocket details it has on it, I thought that was just cool.
I know you love fucking me. I can tell by the way you in love with me. You can't get enough of me. Yeah. Well, I guess it's looking like you still
Going down in like warmth level. Next, I found this cardigan. Guys, I'm obsessed with this cardigan. Oh my gosh. I haven't found like a good cardigan in ages. It's this grey cardi, and I feel like it's got this like blue undertone. I don't know if you can tell from the camera. It's got a really nice kind of slightly blue tone to it, and I just loved this because of these little pockets it's got. It's just so miniature. I think my favourite thing about this actually was that the buttons were like quite big. They make a piece look more mature, I would say. This is from Monsoon. I love Monsoon. I love when I find stuff from Monsoon from the charity shop. I just know it's going to be good. I know the quality's going to be great. This was £6, so pretty average these days. Couldn't pass this up. Love the cinch waist. Perfection. Love it.
stuck in this paradigm. Don't believe in paradise. This must be when hell is like this. Got to be more, got to be more. Sick of the side of mine. Intrusive thoughts that paralyze.
This is probably my favourite top I found, maybe? I don't know. I just thought it was a bit different to anything I found before in the charity shop. It's this Old Label River Island, like kind of cozy material top with this like sparkly detail. I love anything with like a cinched waist kind of vibe, with also paired with like something baggier. Like I feel like that just never looks bad. I was obsessed when I saw the shape of this. This was one of those things that you don't really have to try on in a charity shop. You can just look at it and just be like, yep, I'm getting that. Jesus Christ. This says it's a size 16. Guys, that's how you know people were mad skinny back in the day. Anyway, this speaks for itself. I don't even need to say too much about this. Next up, you guys can probably tell from this video that I like my browns and my neutral colours. This is an Old Label Topshop little vesty top. This is very summer, obviously, I know that. But look at it, like, you can't go wrong. This is £3.50. Again, speaks for itself, don't need to say too much. This is just perfect basic to add to the collection.
Yeah, girl, I know you wanna. She's a spice, ride pipe like bike, like Yokohama.
This next top I got, like I really don't even need to include this in this video because it's such a basic that it's not really, you know, it's giving kind of nothing. But it's from All Saints. I love All Saints. Finding All Saints in the charity shop with it being priced low is quite rare because everyone knows All Saints. So I pretty much literally just got this for the brand. Also, I thought in summer, like for a festival or whatever, a mesh black vesty thing, like can't go wrong, can you? And this was £4, so I mean, for what it is, yeah, I'd hope I wasn't paying more, but it's All Saints, so.
Doing our thing, moving too fast. Candy paint with the windows all black, seats creme brulee. What they gon' say? Put the top down, screaming money, anything, we up.
The last thing I got, I feel like this haul went so quick. But guys, as I said, this was one day's worth of charity shopping. Like, this is a slippery slope because now I'm gonna have this expectation for every time I go charity shopping, and I'm gonna get a reality check because that's actually just not how it works usually. This is like once in a blue moon. Clearly went at the right place at the right time. And maybe you guys don't even like half of the stuff, but it just feels so rare these days to find like multiple things that I really like. Okay, last thing I got, this is a dress, but I think I'm gonna style it as a top. I don't really know yet. I might style it as a dress, but again, if I do, it will be more like springtime or more of like an autumn thing. This one is a little bit different for me actually as well. Okay, let me just preface something. Let's ignore this colour because that's on the back and you don't see that from the front. So if you can ignore that colour, this is the dress. I just thought the shape of this was quite elegant and I love the button details on the front. Again, not obsessed with this colour. That's not even, you don't even see that. Why is it kind of giving me baby doll vibes? And I think it's old Ted Baker, which is cool. That's like pretty rogue to find as well. It says it's a size 2, which is extremely small. And this actually doesn't fit like that small on. But the neckline of this is just so pretty. You just see this with some knee-high boots, a little bag, a little belt, and you're set. It's one of those pieces that can like let people know that like, you've got good style without needing like multiple things with it. It stands on its own. You wouldn't want to add too much to this because it would take away the simplicity of it, if you know what I mean. So
Laying in the bed and you acting like I can't even touch you. I don't know why you do that. Shower with the door open while you do that. Drop the towel right in front of me, you cruise. Oh no, baby, talk to me, baby. Say it to me straight, then I make a mistake and I can't concentrate while you're standing there naked. Acting strange.
yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my little haul and I hope I've inspired you to maybe get your winter wardrobe from charity shops this year, because that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be buying anything new, not because I wouldn't, even though I'm trying to be more sustainable, but because I simply do not have the funds to buy anything new. The only thing I bought myself this Black Friday, because it's Black Friday today actually, but I bought some gym clothes yesterday from Honor Active. And that was the only thing I was treating myself to because I feel like you can't usually find good gym wear in charity shops. And also me and my mum have said to each other that this year for Christmas we're just gonna mainly shop in charity shops for each other because I feel like we have a good sense of each other's style now because we go charity shopping so much, but also it's so fun to like get people's stuff secondhand and from a charity shop because it's always going to be a surprise, it's always going to be a bit of mystery, and usually like there's a lot of character to the gift. So I don't know, maybe I'll film like a video where I actually do take you charity shopping with me, whether that be for more clothes or for Christmas gifts or both or whatever. If that's something you're interested in, let me know because I will happily do that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and hopefully I will see you guys very soon in the next one. Bye!